This is Coach Lee, and we're working on speech anxiety, and we're talking with Jirka. Say hello, Jirka.
Hello.
And Jirka is from the Czech Republic, and he's studying computer science, and he had therapy in the Czech Republic at ages 6 and 7, again at 16 and 17. He came to us, really, I started talking to him in late 2023. I don't know how many times I've talked to him, 6 times, 8 times, I don't know. And basically, he has gotten to the point where he hasn't been humiliating himself as a stutterer. And we know what that is. We stutterers know what that is. And as long as we're not humiliating ourselves, that's first base. But that needs to be the case for like a month or more. Then we know that, as I think you've told me before, you feel like you can say one word, a specific word like your name or Czech or Republic or Lee or whatever. You can say one word anywhere, anytime. That's still true. That's still true.
Yes, it is.
Good. And the second thing is carrying a conversation. If you keep the increment short, when you speak, only speak a few words at a time and include stops of 1 second, 1001 or more. 1001, 1002, for example, is 2 seconds, or 1001, 1002, 1003 is 3 seconds. Short increments, stop. Short increment, stop. Short increment, stop. When you do that, and then when you link while you're speaking, you will never humiliate yourself again from now to your last breath on this planet. If you don't link, all bets are off, and you got your open season for the stutter guy. He's standing there with a knife ready to let you have one in the neck.
Yeah.
So you gotta link, and that means humming through your words like you're singing. My name is Jirka. How are you? Where are you going? I'm pulling that air out of my abdomen. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just trying to hold my tone and push air through all my words. Can you push air through all your words? Can you do that?
Yes, of course. I can do it right now or whenever you want.
Okay, then
Right.
if that is the case, while you could fear stuttering forevermore, you won't, but you could, you're not going to stutter.
Mm-hmm.
I had fear issues for almost 10 years because I didn't know what to do about them. I didn't know how to think about them. You know more about it than I do, a lot more about it than I did when I was your age. And that's because of my books, and a lot of people like me, Javier, Profusion, other people that you've seen in the flesh, and you know what they've done. And if they can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. This is not rocket science. It just takes some thought, some effort. That's all it is. And you got to be consistent. So that's kind of where we were. So now I say, tomorrow is my 51st wedding anniversary.
Good job.
That's right.
How you were able to stay for long?
I married the girl of my dreams, and she's been great for me. And it's just been, we've had our disagreements, everyone does, but we've never had a serious, more than an hour or two disagreement, we never have.
Mm-hmm.
I remember once it was early in the marriage, and she called me a bastard and stormed out the door and went hiding for a few hours. I finally found her in a closet. She had locked herself in a closet.
Mm-hmm.
And I got her to come out, and so I said, let's go to bed. So we went to bed and we went to sleep. So we got we'd been in bed for a couple hours, and I said, "You want to go get a hamburger?" Yeah. So we got up, and got in the car, and we drove to a little hamburger stand, and we sat there, and then we started laughing at each other. How silly it all is to get upset. So it's been great. But in any event, tell me now, when is the last time that you humiliated? Can you remember the last time you
Humiliating with my
humiliated?
speech? Oh, that's a tough, because really now I don't remember it right now. When was it? And I don't even much care about it right now because I can speak when I want in most of the situations, in the job, in the school. So
You
yeah,
can't
you
remember
know,
your last bad, really. So that's
yeah.
that's wonderful. So that we're going to moving on to second base. Do you still have conversations that you feel are uncomfortable?
Yes,
You're
of course. There is a fear, of course. There is a lack of the how could I describe it? No, I'm not so like sure in these conversations, like stumbling on words, but there's wasn't a conversation where I just felt like, no, I will not make it. Like every time I just did it right, I have to say, and yeah, without a humiliation.
And so what you realize, Jirka, that 99.9% of all humans have uncomfortable conversations all the time.
Yes, of course.
I mean, this is the most common problem maybe on the planet. So you got the same problem they do at this point. So when you feel uncomfortable, what do you do about it?
I slow, my speech is slower, of course, because it helped me, and even it is better for the listener, of course, because he has more time. So I slow down. Sometimes I work my, sorry, link my words, of
Don't
course.
say sorry. I want you to stop that because
Yeah.
look, let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with your speech, and you have no reason to be sorry. You didn't hurt me or yourself or anybody else. You made a speech mistake, which everybody makes all day. The difference between fluent people and stutterers is fluent people do not apologize for making mistakes. They just make them and they think, well, you dummy, you ought to know. Everybody makes mistakes. Why should they apologize? You don't apologize for your speech. You're not doing anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with your speech. And you're going to make mistakes. So what?
Yeah, it's
You're
true.
not going to apologize. You're not going to waste your time or my time by saying you're sorry. It's a waste of time. It's over. Your speech is fine. It's over. Okay, go ahead. So what
Right.
do you do?
So
What do you do?
I
You're
slow
nervous.
down a
What do you
little
do?
bit, I just slow down. I just link my words, or sometimes when I'm feeling that I will be stuck on a word, I will just use the extreme pronunciation or some like sound launch, crutch for insert word or syllable before the feared word, and that's all. I didn't do anything else. I maybe, I want to practice more the crutch one because seems very powerful, I would say. Skip the first syllable like that, when I'm just feared and
If
I
you needed it,
end.
if you needed it,
Yeah, 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 sure.
I would suggest to you that if you think pronunciation at your point in this process,
Hmm.
if you think pronunciation and really do it on every word and syllable and word ending,
Yeah.
overdo it over the top.
Uh-huh.
That's all you'll need to do.
Right. And
Talk to
it's
me
like,
now. And if that doesn't work, shorten the increments, lengthen the stops. But I think thinking pronunciation Say that, pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
Good. Will do the job.
Will do the job.
Yeah.
Like that.
When you make a full commitment to pronunciation, I think you're far enough down the road that that's going to blow Satan stuttering. I mean, there's not much left of him, but you don't need any of him. And you should be consciously working on speaking like a king. You want to go past the normal guys who speak too fast and slur their words, and they're terrible speakers. You want to go past them, and you want to be, when you're the best you can be, you're going to be down here. When you're the best you can be, you're going to be way ahead of these people, and you're going to be. Are you still in school?
Yes, in the university, second year.
Okay, so your hand needs to go up more and more in class to talk. Is it going up more and more?
Right, in computer science, it's not so much often, to be honest, but yeah, I will be doing the presentation soon. So yes, like public speaking, yeah, this is what is waiting for me.
I would like you to be, did you ever see our 11, 12, 13-year-old, I think he's 15 now, from Florida. His name is Zach. Did you ever see him?
Yeah, I know him. Yeah, I saw him in the SAM meeting.
I got this guy stuttered a lot, and he's now in school plays. He's on the debate team. You know, he's doing it. He's out there, you know, and he's doing great, and he's doing better and better. When he becomes the best he can be, you know, he's way ahead of his class, way ahead. And there's no reason you can't be too. Don't think of yourself as the guy who beat stuttering. Think of yourself as the guy who used stuttering to become a really good speaker. You want to go to the next level. There's no limit to this. You want to be able to say, I converted stuttering into a blessing. I became better than I would have normally been. And then when you really put speech behind you, then you attack all the other problems that most humans have. Anxiety being number one. Anger is right up there. Jealousy, hatred, greed, insomnia, stomach aches, headaches. They're all related to nerves, and they're nonsense. You're going to calm it down. You got nothing to worry about. I mean, nothing that you can't handle. You know, you're gonna get over your hurdles, whatever they are. If you do your best, you're gonna get over them. 90+% of them, and the few you miss, so what? Everybody misses some, so what? So, okay, so I think thinking pronunciation, slowing your speech and thinking, but making a real commitment to doing it all the way. Try it. I think it'll eliminate the problem. Now, that's when you're feeling uncomfortable, but as a general rule, as a general speech plan, you should be using, you know, crutch 11, speaking like a king, you know, which is slow, and it's pronunciation. That's the second part of it. Speaking with passion, say it like you mean it, and then smile.
Yeah.
Then stop. So that's what you should be practicing all the time when don't wait to feel under pressure. Begin to be an exceptional speaker now, all the time. It's fun. It sets you apart. It makes you a little bit different, a little bit better, just because you're doing your best. That's all it is. Because most people never do. They slide and they go with the pack. The masses are normally wrong throughout history. They're normally wrong. So you do your best and use your common sense and make your own judgments. You're not going down any stupid roads, drinking too much, taking drugs, being lazy, being crooked, lying. The basics of the commandments, I don't care which religion you're in, they're very similar. You stick to those and you're going to be all right. You say, well, it's not easy to do. No, it's not. It takes some discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And because your speech got in trouble, you need extra discipline on your speech. Until when? Until you, it's like flipping a switch. I will speak to you using crutch 11 right now. I will say it like I mean it. Whatever I have to say. Say after me, when I'm worried.
When I'm worried.
And I can't sleep.
And I can sleep.
I count my blessings.
I count my blessings.
Instead of sheep.
Instead of sheeps.
And I fall asleep.
And I fall asleep.
Counting my blessings.
Counting my blessings.
That's very good advice, that little poem, that song, written by Irving Berlin, probably 80 years ago. Say after me, when I think.
When I think.
About how I can say things.
About how I can say things.
Like I really mean them.
Like I really mean them.
My speech is lovely.
My speech is lovely.
All I need to do.
All I need to do.
Is focus on positive emotions.
Is focus on positive emotions.
About everything I have to say.
About everything I have to say.
Speaking is so much fun.
Speaking is so much fun.
And I get better every day.
And I get better every day.
Soon I will love to speak under all forms of pressure.
Soon I will speak under all form of pressure.
With ease.
With ease.
And joy.
And joy.
And conviction.
And conviction.
It's hard to believe you used to stutter, don't you think?
Yeah, I have never think about it to speak with you without stuttering, right? And it's so good to right now to speak with any stuttering. There is a little bit stress and of anxious because you are like a big person, of course. You are someone with honored to speak about speech and life, of course. So yeah, it's very stressful right now. But it's easier than it was.
The funny thing, in some ways about age, I I don't feel that much differently about myself than I did when I was your age. Still uncertain and wishing I could do better and try harder and accomplish more and be less angry and more positive and more loving. In many ways, I feel like I've run in place, but I know I haven't. I've learned a lot of things. I've read a lot of books, good books, classics, great literature. You know, Jirka, the more you read aloud by yourself or to your dog or to your brother or sister or mother or father or friend, the more you can do that, the more fun you're going to have reading. It's a great, you know, before there was movies and videos and even vaudeville um, back in the 20s, people read books and they read aloud to each other for entertainment.
Mhm.
So they became, in many ways, many of them much better speakers than we are
Mhm.
because they had to be understood by those listening. So reading aloud is something that will always, when you read aloud, you do it, you kind of grade yourself. Am I doing the best I can do or not? How might I do this better?
Mhm.
It becomes the challenge. And reading aloud is something you can do all your life. Someday you may get married and have children. There's almost nothing better you can do with a child. You know, 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe even 11 and 12, certainly to 9 or 10, is to read with them. You read to them and you ask them to read to you. Well, they can't read yet. Ask them to repeat the words. Tiger, and you show them the tiger. Then you show them the word tiger. What's that word? Tiger, say it. Yeah, and you applaud them. And you build a really great bond and you make a game out of it. They get rewards, things that they like, extra cookies or a dime for this or that, you know, whatever it is they want, you know, and you make a game out of it. And everyone in the family becomes an actor or an actress. How much can you read it like you really mean it? Can you do it? Don't hold back. Positive emotions only. Anger backfires and hurts us. Most of all, it hurts us personally, the angry person, but it hurts other people and other things as well. But it hurts us most of all. If I could do my life over, the first thing I would attack is anger. Anxiety, maybe. Anxiety relates to stuttering and stomach aches
Mhm.
and whatever. But after anxiety and anger are the two things I would attack.
Mhm.
And you know, what in the front of my books, repeat after me, it says, we have free choice
We have a free choice
to accept or reject thoughts.
to accept or reject thoughts.
Nothing compels us to think anything
Nothing compels us to think anything
except our own desires.
except our own desires.
So use your mental switch, flick,
So use your mental switch to dictate your thoughts.
to dictate your thoughts. Believe that you can improve,
Believe that you can improve,
and you will.
and you will.
Do you believe that?
Yes, of course. You know, I do affirmations almost every day. And sometimes it's kind of hard, you know, to like to like say yourself, yes, you have to, not like you have to do it, but you know, sometimes you don't have a time or energy to do them. You have another 1,000 things what you have to do that day. And but the real thing is that after you did them, it's so much easier, you know, because for myself, I'm more like confident and relaxed, I would say. And my mind is just more open, and yeah, my mind doesn't think about like the stressful stuff less, like you know, it's
Good,
kind of magical almost in
good,
some
good,
way.
good, good. Isn't it wonderful to realize that your life is really not out there, but in here?
Mm-hmm.
Your life is how you choose to see everything. You can look at the glass half full. You can always see it half full, which it usually is, or you can always see it half empty, which it usually is. The difference in how you feel is monumental. Oh, my glass is half full. Yay. Oh, my glass is half empty. Boo. All our glasses are half full and half empty. Sometimes a little more one way or the other, but pretty much they are, if that's the way we choose to see them. That's why stuttering is a blessing, because you learn all these things in order to overcome the stuttering. You learn all these other things. It's a holistic effort. Is there anything else you wanted to cover today? Um, I did send you the SSS, the Stop Stuttering Story. You change it any way you like and email it back to me. And if I have any comments, I'll let you know. Otherwise, I'll just post it, and I'll stick your picture on it, and I'll take it from last up somewhere else in the mix of things.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, just yeah, in this like crutch practice session, uh, I I get used to it, so I wasn't so much stressed over there. And like stepping up on the ladder of anxiety is better, right? Like test your limits. So I was like thinking about it, and I saw that Danny was hosting like 3 crutch practice sessions per week. And I just asked him, "Hey Danny, can I try to like host one?" And he said to me, "Yeah, right, sure." So I tried it, and it was kind of harder to like manage people and explaining them the crutches, speech plans, etc. But yeah, it was harder, but more rewarding, right? So
Yes.
I did it for like 3 times, and yeah, it's cool, and I want to continue and
Good.
in some way to like give you what you gave me, right? The
Perfect.
energy, the time, and
You're helping
etc.
other people on practice.
Yeah,
You're helping yourself too, of course, but
yeah.
you're helping other people. And that's fun because you're kindred spirits. We're not freaks. And when we're finished, we're going to be a lot better than we would have been if we'd have never had the problem.
That's right. Yeah, I have
So,
never met you, right?
I mean, it's fun. And before you get out of school, I want you to be, master of ceremonies at the class functions. And, I want you to
Yeah.
say, give me the mic. Give me the mic.
Yeah.
I'll introduce myself and my members of the class and blah, blah, blah. And I'll have so much fun because you're going to be doing speaking like a king. You want to keep working on that crutch 11, which includes 12 and 13. Not thinking words. You're not thinking words. You're thinking how you can say them, mate.
Right.
That's the key. When you do that, it's over. He's dead. You got him by the throat. He's finished. He can't touch you. You're in another class. You put yourself there. It's nice. It's fun. It's great. Do you want to read something to me?
Yes, if it's possible, I will be honored. Reading aloud has become a true joy for me. I sighs and
Now,
not
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
excuse.
I want
Right.
you to be an actor. I want you to, reading aloud has become a true joy for me. In other words,
Sure.
I want to feel and hear the joy. when you say
Right.
joy. Okay,
Right.
you're an
Yeah, sure.
actor now, you're on the stage, and I'm in the audience. I'm one of several hundred people out there waiting to hear what you have to say.
Sure. Reading aloud has become a true joy for me.
Better.
I seize any excuse to do it, especially to read aloud to others.
Hold it. You ran over the comma after it like it wasn't there. I
Right.
seized any excuse to do it, pause, especially to read aloud to others. Stop. You got to look at the punctuation, okay? Go
Sure.
ahead.
Right. Perhaps I am a thespian at heart. Regardless, I love doing it. And no surprise, it continues to improve my speech because when we read aloud, we invariably hear our voice at its best as we read aloud. Oh,
Hold
sorry,
it. Whoa,
sorry.
whoa.
Yeah, I know.
Where's
I
the
just noticed
stop?
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're killing me. Oh,
No, no, no.
oh.
Right, right. Okay, pause. As we read aloud with feeling, we constantly improve our focus on our message and the positive emotions with which we deliver it.
Okay, now read the next paragraph.
Yeah, nothing begs to be read aloud more
Read aloud.
than, yeah, read aloud, more than poetry, a category that also embraces song lyrics. So, please, please read everything below aloud. I have places, a few illustrative things to read aloud in groups. Miscellaneous,
Miscellaneous reading.
miscellaneous readings, songs, poetry, while adding a section for those under age 12. I hope that you will enjoy them, reading them as do I.
Okay, that was much better. Okay, so you get the idea. Oh, look, and I realize, look, you're not reading aloud in your mother tongue. You're reading aloud in another tongue and you're doing great. So, it's a learning experience. But the more you can do this better in English, the better you'll do it in Czechoslovakian. You
Yes,
know,
check. Yeah.
see you at SAM meeting, hopefully.
Yeah, sure, I'll be there.
So listen, you have a great day. Keep up the good work. Send me your tweaked SSS when you get a chance, sooner than later, and
Sure.
we'll get that behind us. And keep me posted as to how you're doing. And
Mhm.
I'm always around if you want to do a short, checkup and see how you're doing on. I didn't really ask you as to word planning. You're not really planning words, I don't think.
Yeah, right now, no, I'm not planning. Like speaking in a different language, right? In the second one, it's kind
Yeah.
of like harder to not think about any words, right? But speaking right now, no, I don't like planning the words right now, like none of them right now.
And
But yeah,
that's huge. Um, when you are under pressure, and that's when you're uncomfortable. But then again, that's not necessarily a stuttering mode. That's what
mhm,
everybody suffers. For you and me, it brings back stuttering memories, but it doesn't need to. So when you're uncomfortable, um, I mean, you really should be working aggressively on crutch 11, speaking like a king. You should be
mhm.
trying to embrace that in all your speech. Don't be sloppy. Take your time, pronounce your syllables, and say things. Think about saying them in a convincing way. Don't be boring. Some people talk in a monotone and never really change on their words together, and they sound so terrible when they talk, and they wonder why people don't like to listen to them because they talk like this all the time. They don't want to let anybody else talk, and they just keep talking, and it's really horrible to listen to people who talk like this, and you don't want to be one of those kind of people, and that's the kind of people that you have in your generation. It's really terrible. It's kind of like a speech.
It was perfect. You can be a rapper, right? You know, that's really fast.
Look, you want compelling, interesting, exciting, warm, friendly, happy, convincing speech.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's what you think when you speak about the message. That's what you're going to convey. Fire, fire, get the water. That's one kind of emotion. Or gather round, we're going to have pizza, yay! And there's going to be a wonderful German beer over here or whatever.
Czech, of course. Czech beer. Only Czech beer.
All right, I'll see you Saturday. Don't get lost.
Yes, see you today on Sam. Thank
Take
you
care.
for your time, coach, and it was so nice to speak with you. Thank you for this chance.
You're very welcome. It's always my pleasure. Gary, I'm on your team, mate. I'm on your team. Go
Take
get
care.
them, buddy. Go get them. All right?
Okay, I'm good. See you. Bye.
Take care now.